All right. So yeah, basically, I was able to make about 4.9% growth on Netflix in the past week. So, all right. So, let's see. Let me look here. Okay, so for the past year, Netflix has had this line here, this what is that? Support, the support line here. I mean, that's a pretty blatant support line. And they kind of it's shifted a little in the past, I don't know, quarter. And then this was the resistance line here, pretty also blatant. Um okay, and let's see for the past 5 years. Well, let's just go back to the year for now. Okay, so this support line, can I is 460, 495 to 470. So it's a little, it's like around 500, a little under 500. Um, and then this resistance is way up by 550, 555. Okay, so then we had a shift here in November, which makes sense. I guess that's a holiday season. But there wasn't a spike here, as had happened previously. But instead, it slowly drifted up to the resistance line, towards it, and then dropped back down. And so here we have our new support line at about 500 right here. So before it was around 470, now it's at 500. Um, and then we had this huge spike, and I'm not an expert, so I don't, there's probably some kind of pattern that this is like a pattern here, but I don't know. So I'm still learning. But, so we have a higher resistance line at 585, and then it went down to towards a regular resistance line that it was at, and then down to the uh, new support at 500. Um, okay, so around this time is when I was evaluating it. Yeah, back in February when I was evaluating Netflix on my own. And I saw this very blatant pattern here. And I saw the little shift here and this new update. And I speculated that it would drop to 500, the new resistance line. And at that time would be a good time to buy. Okay, so that's what I did. So let me see my history here. Oh boy, I hope you don't see like my accounts or something. Okay. So sold, bought, sold, bought, sold, bought. So there's a lot of buying and selling here. Okay. Um Now I did lose a little because I didn't stick to my guns. Um so I ended up buying, let's see. Yeah, I ended up buying around 525 instead of waiting for it to go down to 500. Um, so I did lose a little bit. So I guess it wasn't 5%. It was more like 3.5% that I total gained overall. Because see, that kind of matches here. 15 cents, 12 cents. Yeah, and I only kept, I'm learning, so I only kept it down to like, $5, $10 increments here. Plus I'm broke, so that kind of works out that way. But yeah, so what I did was I bought at um around, I mean, I did buy around 525 or whatever on accident because I'm a dum dum. But then I saw that it was going down to about 490, and I knew that was the support line, so I bought there. And then it went up to 525, and I knew that was one of the resistance lines. Um, so I sold, and um, and and let's see. So yeah, so I um I sold and I made 32 cents out of $10. And then I think I left a little in there. I Oh boy. Yeah, I bought again when it went back down near 500. And then I sold all out at 525 because I just needed to reevaluate. um, but so I lost 15 cents, and but I don't know. That was a mistake, so I don't know if I should factor that in or not. Um, but when I stayed true to stayed true to my speculation, I gained 32 cents, 44 cents out of about $10. I think I had $10 invested at each of these times. Um, so that was that's about 4.5%. So I think I'm pretty proud of myself for that. My first stock evaluation, I made 4.5%. I mean, I've evaluated other stocks, but I mean, this is one that I decided that I would buy and sell, and yeah. So, but looking forward, I'm not sure. Also, that's so I sold all because everything is so weird right now. I mean, looking at the 5-year history here, it's doubled. It's doubled over the past year. Um, in let's see, October 2019, it was down to 270. Um, then right before the crash, it was up to its regular resistance line at 380. So it was 270, 380. That was its resistance line here. And then the crash, the correction from the uh, you know, uh, whatchamacallit, the disease. But then when it recovered, it went buck wild and went all the way up to 480. So I don't know what to think. I'm like, I want it to go back down so I can just, buy and sell safely. Because I'm worried that it's gonna go back down to where it should be, which is in this range. Around 350 to 380 to 350 to 400, or its support line 260, but I doubt it would go down there. That looks like a correction support line. It doesn't stay there. It kind of stays around 350. But so I don't know. Maybe it's gonna stay up here around 480 and 550 as its new support and resistance line. It's been steady this whole past year. Um, but if there is some kind of big crash this year, like some people are speculating, then Netflix may drop down to its old region, and who knows what'll happen then? Maybe Disney will kick it out altogether when it's low, or who knows, you know? Um, but I mean, Netflix was a small company to start, so I don't see why they wouldn't be able to just be like, okay, we're a small company again. um, and they used to be like, like side, like independent films. So, looking forward, I think I'm going to probably, um, I'll probably just keep buying and selling between 500 and 525. I think today it hit 522 and it's gone up to 530 in the past hour or so. Oh, it also dropped to 520 from 530. Okay, so this is today. So for the past couple of days, it's been up around 540 or so. So I'm kind of kicking myself. When I sold all out, but I hadn't evaluated this in like a month, so I didn't want to just leave it in. So I just, whatever, I just sold it. Um, so I don't know. I think just everything's volatile right now, so I don't really know what to make of it. Probably I'll have to watch it for the next week or so, week or 2 weeks maybe, just on a daily basis and see what the pattern is going to be in, and then I'll know, and then I'll be able to hopefully be able to evaluate when to buy and sell. But in the meantime, um, probably buy around 500, sell around 525, or um, maybe do a partial sell in the hopes that it goes up to 550, its higher resistance line. Um, yeah, like, buy 10, sell 5. And then, that last 5, hopefully it'll go up to 580. But yeah, so it also might be a bad idea to invest right now because I don't know what the hell is happening. But I'm only putting in 5-10 bucks at a time, so I'm not really too concerned. But yeah, it's definitely, the market is going crazy right now because everything's reopening, so it's like it could boom, everything could boom, but then there's going to be all kinds of um inflation. So and then like it could just spiral out of control. Like a boom does mean volatility. It's not like a boom is a huge jump, and after a jump there's usually a drop. So I don't know what to think. I'm really hesitant to invest at all right now until there's some kind of correction. But yeah, if I were to invest in Netflix, I would invest at 500, 510, sell at 520, 530. Um, So, anyways, good luck out there. And yeah, I don't know. Have a nice day.